super stoked today. We've got a mic going to the camera, so those of you who are watching on Facebook, you guys get some extra audio, which is great because yesterday's or last week's was kind of iffy. What up, Christine? Hi, Kieran. So Christine had a request for hamstring stretches, shoulder strengthening, and I've had a few students ask me about forearm stands. So seeing as how it's Friday, Forearm Friday, we'll work our way into it. But if that's not in your practice, obviously I can't see you and I just want you to be safe. So just do its best. I'll give you plenty of options, and then let me know, what up, Alex, if you have any feedback in terms of like hearing me over the music or whatnot. And we'll get started. So with the intention of opening up the shoulders, sorry, I don't know what is happening there. Sorry, this thing is on like I forget what it's called. The thing that moves. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. Happy Friday! All right, so music's playing. Take a nice wide stance. If you just joined, you might want to put your device on the side of your mat so that you can see me as we move through our practice. And we're just going to get started warming up the shoulders. So just start with that right shoulder. Do a little shoulder swoop. And then we'll isolate the other one. So go ahead and circle that left shoulder around. And then both shoulders, up, back, and down. All right, now the whole arm, both arms, circle up, back, and down. Notice what your ribs are doing, what your head is doing. Try to isolate just the arms, just the shoulders. Feet can be hips width, they could be a little wider. We're just getting started. Go easy on yourself. Happy Friday, y'all. We'll go the other way with the arm circles. So back, up, forward, and down. Back, up, forward, and down. And we'll slowly reverse what we just did. Nice. And then just let the arms stay and the shoulders move on their own. Both back, up, forward, and down. Hey, Erica. We're opening up the shoulders today. And then just the left one going back, up, forward, and down. And then just the right one, back, up, forward, and down. Cool. Now have your feet a little wider, like one leg's distance. And we'll just swing both arms up on the breath in. Let the elbows, or head, hold on to your elbows, let the forearms cross, and then bend the knees. Do the same thing down below. Inhale, up, arms open. Exhale, down, arms low. Last two. Last one. Now bring your arms up over your head. Hold on to opposite elbows if that feels okay on your shoulders. If it's a little tight, you can be like this or like that. And we'll just add a bend in the knees, a little pulse. 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 Try to get your knees over your ankles and press your knees back so you can work on those outer hip muscles, the glutes, the glute med. All right, now I'm not going to mirror you anymore. So you're going to turn towards your right foot, spin on the ball mount of your left foot, and then just dip the left knee, pulse it here. Keep the arms where they are over your head. And then take it back through center. Spin that back heel down, keep the knees wide, find that pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then turning to your left leg, spinning on the ball mount of the right foot, dip the right knee. 5, 4. We're going to use this transition a few times, so get used to it. 3, 2, 1. Come back to center, breathe in. 2. Turn to your right, dip 2. 1. Turn to center, dip 2. 1. Turn to your left, dip 2. 1. Do it again. Center for 2. To your right for 2. Back to center. And to the left. Take it back to center. Now 1 count to the right. Exhale. Inhale, center to the left. Inhale, center to the right. Protect your knees. Roll on the ball mount of your feet. Keep it up. Last 3 sets. To the left. To the right for 2. Left. To the right. Back to center. One more time to the left. Awesome. Coming back to the center. Turn to the right. Hover lower your back knee all the way to the floor. Extend your arms up over your head. Right foot's forward. Extend, extend. Now take your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers there, and then lengthen through your arms. Expand your heart. Awesome. Come back up. Set up for a twist. Left hand down, right hand up. Inhale. Cool. Bring your right hand down. Shift your hips back. Half splits. 5 breaths. Right leg is long. Left thigh bone is perpendicular. Right, your left knee directly beneath your left hip. Find that length in your spine. 2 more. Awesome. Lengthen through your spine. Come back into your lunge. Right knee over the ankle. Float your arms up over your head. Inhale. Hold on to opposite elbows. Exhale. Hover the left knee up the mat. Breathe in. And then turn the left knee open. Find that wide-legged stance. And then turn the other side. So the right knee comes to the floor. Facing the back of your mat. Sink your hips. Reach your arms. Breathe in. Take the hands behind the back, lace your fingers together, extend through your heart, open up. Awesome. Add a twist with your right hand down, lift your left hand to the sky. Lower your left hand down, shift your hips back, half splits, 5 breaths. 4, 3, 2. Shift forward, arms overhead, breathe in. Hold on to opposite elbows, lift the back knee, hover for an in-breath. Open up the right knee, both knees wide over the ankles. Sink low into your legs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lengthen your legs, turn your toes in, reach your arms up, out, fold forward, and then down. Exhale. Shake it out. Groove it out. Walk your hands over to your right ankle. Just hold on to that for a few breaths. And hold on to the other ankle, breathing into the left side of your waist. Now turn towards the top of your mat, step back into plank pose. Hands on the mat, shoulder distance apart. Step it back, heels, hips width apart. And then stack the bones, squeeze your muscles to them. 5. Dome your upper back. 4. Turn on the quads. 3. Belly in and up for 2. Look beyond the edge of your mat, long in your neck. Last 1. And then coming all the way down, hug your elbows in as you lower to the floor. Bring your arms back by your sides. Have your fingernails on the ground, have your toenails on the ground. Inhale, lift your head. Roll your shoulders up and back. Then float your arms up off the mat. Keep your feet on the floor. Spiral the pinky toes down. Lengthen your tailbone towards your heels. Lift the heart with the strength of your back body. And then place your hands on your mat by your rib cage. Now lift your rib cage with the strength of your arms. Lift your hips. Lift your thighs. Coming into upward facing dog. Keep a bend in your elbows as you open up your throat. 1 more breath here. Awesome. Take it home. Down dog pose. 3 breaths. 2. 1 more. Okay. Inhale, lift your heels, look up at your hands. Exhale, bend your knees, walk or hop to the top of your mat, feet hips width apart. Halfway rise, breathe in. Fold forward, breathe out. Inhale, come all the way up, long spine, arms overhead. Hands to chest, pause. Take a breath, arrive. Happy Friday. When every day feels the same, let's just choose to celebrate today. Take one more full round, and then we'll cycle through Surya Namaskar A 3 times. Let the breath be your guide. Exhale, feel that root in the belly. Keep that abdominal tone as you inhale your prayer back up over your head. Lead with your heart, swan dive. Forward fold. Heads up, halfway, breathe in. Hands to the mat, step or float it back. Plank to chaturanga on the breath out. Inhale, flip to the tops of your feet, lift your heart. Exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Breathe for 3. Exhale. 2 more. Last one. Good. Inhale, heels rise, look up. Exhale, bend the knees, walk or pounce, lightly landing at the top of your mat. Feet hips width, halfway lift. Fold in, exhale. Take it all the way up, arms overhead. All the way back down, hands through the chest. Fold, fold, fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Hands to mat, step or float it back. Chaturanga is a choice. You can skip it at any point. We'll always meet in downward facing dog. 2 breaths this time. Nice. Inhale, lift your heels, look forward. Exhale, bend your knees, walk, hop, handstand to the top. Feet hips width, halfway lift. Fold back in, chin to chest. Take it all the way up, inhale, rise. Last one, hands through the heart, dive, forward fold. Exhale. Inhale to lengthen, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step or float, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, pull your heart forward through your arms. Exhale, push your hips up and back. 1 breath here. Exhale. Inhale, heels lift, look up. Exhale, bend the knees, spring forward. Feet hips width, inhale, lengthen. Fold forward, exhale. Coming all the way up, inhale, arms wide to the sky. Hands come through the heart, down by your sides. Pause. Take a shoulder shrug. Let it go. Now sit low into chair pose. Send your hands forward or up by your ears. Then sit a little deeper as you swing your arms back. Bring your chest closer to your thighs. Do that again. Arms by the ears, lift your heart. Exhale, lean your heart forward, fly your arms back. Inhale, arms by the ears, lift your heart. Exhale, fold a little deeper into the hips. 1 more, like that. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Stay there, shoulders squeeze. Come onto your tippy toes. Stay on the ball mounds of your feet and add a pulse with your knees. Getting a little lower with your hips. Getting a little lower with your chest. 3, 2, 1. Crow pose. Hands to the mat, knees to the upper arm bones. Look forward. Feel your feet touch. Pull your heels towards your seat. Round the upper back. Push down with the knees. Take 1 more breath in. Exhale, step or shoot it back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Downward dog. Nice, take a breath. Let it go. Inhale, stretch your right leg to the sky. Bend your right knee, open up your hips nice and wide. Add a knee circle, 1 more breath. Awesome, lengthen through your right leg, inhale. Exhale, step forward with your right foot between your thumbs. Coming up into high lunge. Inhale, arms overhead. Ground down into the big toe of that front foot. Take a breath in. Now lean your heart forward, fly your airplane wings back. Return, high lunge, arms by the ears. Exhale, lean your heart forward, arms swing, turbo lunge. Inhale, arms by the ears, lift up. Exhale, heart forward. Now 1 more time, lift your arms to the sky. Lean your heart forward, pause here. Fly, warrior 3. Shift all the weight into your right foot. Go slow as you lift your left leg. Keep the bend in your standing knee. Feel that length in your tailbone. Lift the low belly. Pinch your shoulders on your back. 1 more breath. Awesome. Tuck the back toes. Lift your arms forward and up over your head. Exhale. Plant your palms. Lengthen to plank pose. Inhale. Chaturanga. Exhale. Up dog. Breathe in. Downward dog. Breathe out.
Lift the left leg, inhale it high. Take a bend in the left knee, open the hips, roll it around a few times. Good, get long through the left leg, three-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale, step forward with your left foot. High lunge, inhale, rise. Ground. Take that breath in. Lean the heart forward, fly the airplane arms back, shoulders squeeze. Inhale, coming back up, arms by the ears. Exhale, leaning forward, fly your wings. For 2, inhale, reach up. Exhale, press the floor, down and back. Last time, inhale, arms rise. Now lean forward, pause here. Feel your shoulders pinching on your back. Activate your rhomboids, lengthen your tail, activate your lower abdominals, and then slowly launch off your back foot to rise up into warrior 3. Spin your right toes inwards and absorb the length of your right thigh bone into your hip socket. Hug the left hip back. Keep a little bend in the standing leg. One more breath. Nice work. Go ahead and bring the back toes to the mat. Lift your arms up for the breath in. Exhale, plant your palms. Inhale, lengthen plank. Exhale, chaturanga is a choice. Inhale, coming through up dog. And then you choose child's pose or downward facing dog. Into your breath. Smooth it out. One more round. Okay. If you're in child's pose, slowly make your way back up onto your hands and knees. Tuck your toes, lift your knees off the ground, lengthen through your legs. Downward facing dog. Relax your head. Take a full breath. And then we'll just add on to what we did. Inhale, lift your right leg, three-legged dog. Exhale, step your right foot forward between your thumbs. Inhale to rise up, high lunge. Good. Exhale, lean your heart forward, just a turbo lunge as your arms swing back. Inhale to rise, arms by the ears. Now this time repeat turbo lunge or come into warrior 3 just for the exhale. Lift the left foot, breathe out. Awesome. Coming back to the high lunge. Tuck your back toes, arms overhead. Then spin your back heel to the mat. 90 degrees, arms wide to a T. Warrior 2. Sink into the right knee. Stack it over your ankle. Ground into the outer edge of the left foot. And then just start to reach. How much farther forward can you reach beyond your right knee? How much farther backwards can you reach beyond your left foot? Side to side a few times. Inhaling the right arm forward. Exhale, left arm back. Like you're stuck in a tug of war. Someone's pulling you forward, breathing in. Someone's pulling you back, breathing out. Adding a little wave through the arms perhaps. Exhale, send your weight back. Do that one more time. Reaching forward, breathe in. Reaching back, breathe out. Now reach forward, keep that right arm long. Spin your palm up to face the ceiling. And then match it with the left palm facing down to meet the right. Find this version of your side angle pose. Use your core strength to turn your left ribs back and look up. Feel your right knee reaching open towards your pinky. 3, 2, 1. Good. Lift your ribs up over your hips. Grab opposite elbows over your head. Spin your left heel in, knees wide. Spin your right knee in, so coming onto the ball mount of the right foot. Hover the back knee just an inch above the floor. Your left foot's in forward now. Inhale, extend your arms over your head. Extend through your right leg. Lean your heart forward. Fly your airplane wings behind you. Exhale. Inhale, coming back up, high lunge. Here's where you do warrior 3 or a second turbo lunge. Shifting all the weight onto the left foot. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Good, take it back. Tuck the back toes. Inhale, arms up overhead. Warrior 2. Exhale, ground the right heel. So now the left knee stack over the left ankle. And then you'll reach forward with that left arm. How far can you reach? Then reach back with the right arm, like I'm pulling on it. And explore your range. Breathe in, reach forward. Breathe out, reach back. Last 3, inhale forward. Exhale back. Use those side body obliques. 2. Forward, breathe in. Lean back, breathe out. Awesome, now lean forward, left arm long. Match it with the right, arms by the ears. Ribs in, tailbone long. Sink into the left knee. Side body strong. Spin the right ribs back. 2 more breaths. Good. Inhale, coming back to center. Awesome. Take the arms up overhead. Open the back knee, sink into the hips. Nice. Now, think eagle arms. Wrap your left arm underneath your right arm. Spiral your forearms. Lift your elbows. Loop your shoulders back. Now we got the arms. What about the legs? Turn to face your right foot. Spin your left heel off the floor. Dip that left knee just an inch above the ground. Try to make your right thigh bone parallel to the floor. And then wrap left thigh over right. Shift your weight forward. Left thigh over right. Sit low. Bring your elbows towards your knees, folding into Sleeping Eagle. Keep your spine in this plane. Keep all the weight on that right foot. Unwrap your left leg, Warrior 3. Extend your left heel back behind you. Press, press, press. Keep the bend in your right knee. Get a little closer to the earth. And then tuck the back toes, coming towards a high lunge. Keep the eagle arms. Turn to center. Spin the left heel down with both knees wide. And then we'll switch the bind. So this time, wrap right arm under left. Spiral your forearms or grab your shoulder heads. Turn to face your left leg. Get low. Try to get that left thigh bone parallel. See if you can keep it like that as you wrap right thigh over left. Eagle pose. Curl the tailbone low. Breathe. Slowly begin to bring your elbows towards your knees. Keep your chest low. Unweave your right thigh. Extend it back behind you like Warrior 3. Keep the arms bound. Nice. Coming back towards the high lunge. Tuck the back toes. Lift your chest. Keep the arms bound. Open your toes to the sides. Knees over the ankles. And then we'll unwrap the other way. So left arm under right again. Spiral the forearms. Turn towards your right foot. Let's see how this goes. Try to bring your left knee outside of your right ankle and then have a seat like you're doing a twist. Lean onto your left hip and then eagle legs. Swing your left heel out from under you. Maybe the right foot hooks the left calf. Now gently lay your spine down on the floor. Inhale, create space between your elbows and your knees. Exhale, make your elbows touch your knees. Eagle crunches. 30 seconds on this side. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale to extend. Exhale to coil in. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we'll just switch the binds. Whatever leg you have on top, put it on bottom. Same with the arms. Inhale, create space between elbows and knees. Exhale, touch elbows to knees. Breathe in, reach out. Breathe out, curl in. Good. Inhale. Exhale. You got this. Use the inner thighs to hug one another, to hold them up. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1, and then a happy baby. Nicely done. Unwrap your arms, hold on to your inner feet, open up your knees. A moment of gratitude for being alive today. Feel the sweat, feel the breath, feel the pulse. Now let the knees come together, squeeze them together in front of your chest. And then we'll set up for a twist. So keep the right knee in your arms, the left leg stays long. Do a little ankle circle with that right foot. And then bring your right knee across your chest to the left. Right arm wide, turn your chin to the right. Breathe for 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Come back to center, cross right ankle over left thigh, put your left foot on the floor for an outer right hip stretch. You can push your right hand into your right knee or interlace your hands behind your left thigh, hug your legs in towards your chest, push your right elbow into your right knee, open through the hips, breathe into it. If you have your hands interlaced behind your left thigh, keep it like that. Uncross your right ankle, extend your right leg long all the way down your mat, and then re-grip to the top of the left shin with your hands. Do those ankle circles. And then do your twist. Left knee goes to the right. Scoot your right hip under your left hip. Then turn your chin to the left for 5. 2. Come back to center, both knees in. Hold on to your kneecaps, rock them around 3 times clockwise, 3 times counterclockwise. All right, take your feet to the floor with your knees bent. Try to get your heels underneath your kneecaps. Then arms by your sides. Press your head into the floor. Shrug your shoulders back and down. Open your mouth, exhale everything out. Inhale, peel your hips up off the ground, bridge pose. Now feel your big toes pushing into the floor. Narrow your knees, lengthen through your tail, and try to push the floor forward with your feet. Option to lace your hands behind your back. Roll your arm bones underneath your torso. Keep a bend in your elbows. Lift your chin off your chest. Open up your throat. 3 more breaths. Awesome. Release your interlaced hands. Relax your back down. Heel toe your feet a little wider. Let your knees rest on one another. You can take your hands onto your belly. Broken bridge. Breathe here. Now we are going to find 2 more back bends while we're here. So pace yourself. You can do another bridge pose followed by another wheel. You could do wheel and another wheel after that. Or do wheel now and do a forearm wheel on our next round after that. So choose your own adventure. Make sure you can breathe and let that be the litmus test. Reset your feet. Heels underneath the kneecaps, arms by your sides. Press your head into your mat. Exhale. Now lift your hips up off the ground. This is where you can interlace your hands, stay here. Or bring your hands back by your ears, fingers pointing towards your shoulders. Now rise onto your tippy toes first, and then place the crown of your head on the floor and move your crown backwards toward your feet. Do a shoulder shrug here, hug your elbows in, and then press the head up off the ground. Keep the knees narrow and press into the tippy toes to open up the heart a little bit more. Now you can keep your heels lifted if you like. It gives the front body a little more space. Just try to narrow your knees either way. Those eagle pose muscles, the adductors, find them here. 2 more breaths. Open your chest. Awesome. And then lower the back of your head down if you're in the wheel. Ribs come down, hips come down, feet go wide, knees rest in, breathe. Check in with your spine, your shoulders, your level of energy. Now you choose bridge, full wheel, or forearm wheel. I'll talk you through it. We start the same way. When you're ready, reset your feet. Heels underneath the knees, arms by your sides. Breathe everything out, including your expectations. Just let it go. Inhale, lift your hips up off the ground. Stay here. Or hands by the shoulders. Rise onto the crown, onto the tippy toes. Maybe you extend the arms in full wheel, or keep your head on the floor. Walk your fingertips back towards your toes so the forearms can come to the ground right by your ears. Then try to lift your head off the ground. Narrow your knees the whole time, and then look towards the earth. Narrow knees, hug the elbows in, breathe for 3, 2, And if you're on your forearms, reverse it. So put your crown on the ground, reset the hands, and then tuck the chin in, lower down. This time just keep the arms overhead, feet as wide as the mat. Tick-tock your knees right and left. When you've had enough of those, hug your knees into your chest, wrap your arms around your shins. Alright, so from here, I'm going to meet you in plank pose, but choose your own adventure to get there. You can rock and roll, do a chaturanga, up dog, down dog, back into plank. You can rock and roll up into crow pose and then do your flow, or rock yourself up to a seat, crisscross your shins, take your hands in front of them, bring your feet back or your knees back, high plank pose or modified plank pose. That's where we'll meet. Support your skeletal structure with your muscular system. Squeeze everything you got. 2 more breaths. 1 more inhale. Now 5 counts to the floor. Hug your elbows in, go low. 5, go slow. 4, elbows in. 3, hover. 2, long in the tail. 1, release. Take your arms back by your sides, palms facing down. Spiral your pinky toenails toward the floor. Lengthen your tailbone towards your heels. Exhale. Now breathe in, lift your head, chest, arms, and legs. Locust pose. Strong in the back body, shoulders pinch, breathe into the ribs. Big toes try to touch, pinky toes spiral towards the earth. Like all the warrior 3s we did. Find it here, 1 more breath, lift. Awesome, then relax, right ear to the floor. All right, 2 more back bends from here. Option to bend your knees and reach back for your feet for this second one. Get narrow in your knees, either way. Lengthen your tailbone. Exhale everything out. And then breathe in, lift your head, lift your chest, kick your feet back and up. Think about the feet guiding, so the kick of the feet go back, and then the toes reach up for the sky. Exhale, feet kick back. Inhale, toes lift a little higher. Kick back, lift up. 1 more round. Nice. Exhale, release, turn the other cheek to the ground. All right, for this last one, if you held onto your ankles last time, reach back again, but hold on to the inside of your ankle and try to do it with your elbow crease facing away from you. So your thumb is pointing up, meaning not like this. No rounding the shoulder forward. Open up the shoulder. Okay, if you're doing that, grab your feet from the inside, the inner ankles, narrow your knees, lengthen your tail, exhale. Then inhale to kick your feet back and up. Okay, we're opening up the shoulders a little more now. If you want to find the full expression of this pose, see if you can hold on to the arches of your feet like the big toe ball mounds. Take your elbow, like your toes near your ear, open the elbows wide, and then up forward, like we did in that forearm stand. Or sorry, that forearm wheel. Knees narrow, elbows narrow. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. 3. When you're ready for a child's pose, make your way there. Hands under shoulders, hips back to heels, forehead to floor. Now, just lift your head up off the floor so you can look at your arms in front of you. Try try to get your forearms parallel to one another. You can try grabbing opposite elbows and then bringing your forearms forward. And then shift your shoulders up over your elbows, tuck your toes under, and lift your knees up off the floor. The knees can be slightly bent, but if you can lengthen them, great. Relax your heels, just like downward dog, dolphin pose. Press your chest back, relax your ears between your arms. And then we'll do some tricep dips. So look forward at your thumbs and touch your nose to the ground right between your thumbs on your breath out. And then inhale as you press back to that dolphin pose. Try not to flare the elbows wide as you do that again. Lean forward, nose towards the thumbs, press it back, chest towards the thighs. Last 3. Inhale, press back. Exhale, nose to mat. Inhale, press back. Exhale, nose to mat. Now we'll try it with the right leg in the sky. Lift the right leg up, nose to the mat between the thumbs. Inhale, press it back. Last 4. Breathe in. Last 3. Inhale. For 2. Inhale. Last 1 on this side, and then we switch. Right foot to floor, left leg lifts, nose to the ground, right between your thumbs. Inhale, big press back. 4 more. Inhale. 3. 2. 1. Awesome. Bring your feet down, your knees down. Rest. Have a seat back on your heels and just lift your chest up. Do a few shoulder shrugs. All right, so here's where I'll give you the opportunity to practice your forearm stand. You can move to a wall if you want, or you can practice more of those dips if you feel like, I'm just going to work on the strength building, the thing we just did. I'll demonstrate first how we're going to try to get into this. You're going to bring into play all the things we've been working on. So I'm going to take my forearms to the floor, try to keep them shoulder distance apart. I'm going to do that dolphin pose, and I'm going to pick my favorite leg, my dominant leg, my right leg. Now I'm going to do that same thing, like I'm trying to touch my nose to the floor between my thumbs, and at that moment I'm going to push off my foot that's on the ground and then try to bring that foot to the opposite knee, like a passe, yeah? So left toes towards the right knee, and then I pause here, catch the balance, find the internal rotation, press into the forearms, open through the chest, and then maybe the left toes drag up the right leg. Big toes touch, strong in the legs, long in the tail. 3 or so breaths, or as long as you can hold it. We are going to do both sides. So I imagine you were just watching that, so we're going to do it again. I'm going to do it again. I'll talk you through it. Take your time. Find a wall if you want. Forearms to the floor. Shoulders back and down. Take a breath. Let it go. And just see what happens. Have some fun. Tuck your toes. Lift your knees. Walk the feet in a little closer. And then pick your favorite leg, the dominant one. Try not to open up the toes to the side. Turn the toes in, keeping the hips level, that internal rotation. Now nose leans forward towards the thumbs, and at that point you push off the foot that's on the floor while the extended leg tries to stand on the sky. Big toes touch if the legs are long. Squeeze the feet together. Squeeze your quads. Lengthen through your tail. Use your glutes. Hug the ribs in and keep looking towards your thumbs. The head is not on the floor. We'll meet in a child's pose when you're done. Go ahead and take your knees together this time with your shins on the mat. And then you can fold the elbows, take your hands together in prayer, and place your thumbs at the nape of your neck. All right, yogis go both ways. When you're ready, try the other side, and know that if it's not your dominant side, it will probably be harder, so you can do your nose dips, the tricep dips, on this side if you want, just to add a little more strength, more conditioning. Forearms to the floor, shoulder distance apart, shrug the shoulders back and down, hug the low ribs in as you lift your knees off the ground. Now the feet travel a little closer, awkward side. Lift your opposite leg, the non-dominant leg, turn the toes in, look forward, lean your nose towards your thumbs, and then push off the ground with that foot. Toes towards the opposite knee, passe. Find your balance there, and then the toes find each other in the sky. Big toes touch, squeeze them together, hug to the midline. You did great. Go ahead, make your way back into child's pose. This time knees together and arms back by your shins. Forehead to the floor. Embryo pose. All right, work hard, rest hard. We're going to make our way towards downward dog just to lengthen the hamstrings, and then a pigeon pose when you're ready. Take your time to get there. You can also just chill on your hands and knees, stretch your right heel back behind you, give your elbows, your shoulders, your wrists a little break, or we're coming into downward facing dog. If you're in the dog pose, lift the right leg, breathe in. Come into pigeon, right shin behind the wrists. Chill out, drop down. You deserve to do less. You've resisted gravity's pull enough. Let it take you towards your depths.
Focus on communicating, 'cause I just need the time and place to come through. Send me your location, the vibration.
We did a lot of back bends. If you want to add mermaid pose or king pigeon, rise up, reach left hand back for left foot, pull the heel in for a quad stretch, or try that flip grip again. So like you're serving a platter, let your left hand reach out and back behind you. Your thumb comes to the arch of your foot. Try to take your fingers into that space between your big toe and your second toe, and then holding on to that, hug your toe in towards your ear, and then swing that left elbow up towards the ceiling. Try not to dump into the hips. Push down into the right shin. Lift the front of your waistband. Lean back. Look up. Wherever you're coming from, take your time to get out of it. Hands to the floor. Tuck the left toes. Open up through the right thigh. Three-legged dog or wild thing. Pressing off your right foot, flip it over. Switch your legs, right foot to the mat, left leg lifts. Exhale, left shin behind the wrists. Pigeon pose, other side. Lifting through the heart, breathe in. Fold forward, let gravity win. King pigeon, if you wish. Rise up, reach your right hand back, bend your right knee, pull your heel in towards the outer right seat. Or hold on to the arch of your foot with your thumb, so the palm's facing up, and then the fingers slide between the big toe and the second toe. Hold on to that as you spin your elbow up. And maybe the left hand grabs onto the right wrist, or the two hands find the foot. Press down with your left shin, lift the front of your waistband, and then you can lean back even more. Awesome. When you're ready to release, hands to the floor, back toes tuck, left leg lifts. You can be in a tabletop with your left knee open, or you can be in the three-legged dog. And flip. Wild thing. Press it back, three-legged dog to downward facing dog. Exhale. Two more breaths. Awesome. Then we'll make our way to a seat. If you're working on your jump through, you can grab your blocks, put them underneath your hands, or tent your fingertips. Lift your heels, look forward, bend your knees, spring your legs through your arms, have a seat, or swing your feet to the top of your mat and then have a seat. Now just find those sitting bones on the floor. Walk your sitting bones back. Keep the right leg the way it is, nice and straight. Take your left foot to meet your inner right thigh. For Janusirsasana, place your right hand behind you for now. Extend your left arm up towards the sky. Now lean forward and reach for your right shin or your ankle or your foot. Try to level off your shoulders and then fold forward. Maybe both wrists crisscross as you catch your foot and fold in. Breathe into the left side of your spine. All right, go ahead and make your way back up, and we'll find the side body version of this stretch. So turn your chest to the left, slide your left foot higher up your right leg, but keep that contact. Right hand inside the right leg or right elbow inside the right leg. Left arm up and overhead. You can have the hand on the shoulder, the hand on the hip if that shoulder is feeling a little fatigued at this point of your practice. You can also hold on to that shoulder and do some elbow circles. Whatever feels best. Cool, come back up. And then face the long edge of your mat. Switch your legs, so we'll stay with the side body variation. Bring the right foot in, open up the left leg, so you're still facing the long edge of your mat. Right foot pushes against your left thigh. Left hand or elbow inside your left leg. Right arm up. Or maybe you catch that shoulder and do your elbow circles. Push your left arm into your left thigh. Let that help you spin your right ribs back. Oh, feels so good. One more breath. Whew. All right, come back up. Now turn to face your extended left leg. Frame your leg with your hands just to square it off. And then left hand behind you for a moment. Right arm up by your ear. Folding forward, hold on to the shin, ankle, or foot. Shoulders back, elbows wide. Awesome. Cool, come back to center. Now turn to face the long edge of your mat, this time with both legs wide. Seated wide-legged forward fold. Now you can stay up high. Try to get your sitting bones on the floor. You might need to bend your knees to do that. Flex your ankles and push out with the big toes more than the pinky toes, so it feels like your feet are like solar panels turning away from you. And then with your hands behind your back, explore if you can lengthen through your legs. If you feel steady, then start to walk your hands forward and fold. Now a little sway. Take your time. Talk to the inner thighs. Let them go. Guess I'll be eating all the words you say, and you say everything is gonna be okay. 'Cause we'll be alright. We'll be alright. We'll be alright. We'll be alright. Go ahead and walk yourself back up. And we'll set up for double pigeon. So stay facing the long edge of your mat. Take your right shin in and make your right shin look like 2/3 of a triangle. And then the left shin goes on top of the right shin, or in front of the right shin. Stack your bones, sit up tall, stay here or lean forward. Sway like a hawk. As your heart goes forward and shoulders shrug side to side, waddle your sitting bones back. Rest your chest on your shins if you got that. Flex your ankles. Draw your crown towards the ground. Lace your hands behind your back and extend your knuckles overhead. done, go ahead and walk your hands back up, lean back, and then we'll open up the legs, unfold the left one, unfold the right one, then fold the left one, so that one's on the bottom. Left shin makes 2/3 of a triangle, right shin makes 2/3 of a triangle, and alas, you have your equilateral triangle when you look down. Flex the ankles, keep your feet wide, stay high if you like, or hands go wide, sway, sink, breathe. Come back up, rise, then turn to face one side of your mat. You can have your legs in front of you for a moment. The feet just flop open and closed. And with your legs long, extend your arms forward and then up, breathe in. 5 counts to the floor, go slow, let the lower back round. Middle back, upper back, and then bring the arms overhead. When you land, stretch from edge to edge. Let the elbows go wide like a cactus, and we'll take a twist. So hug the knees in, just let them float right over your ribs, and then twist your knees to the left. Now if you want to do eagle style, you can cross right thigh over left, and then hinge the left forearm to weigh down the thighs as you look to the right. Bring that left elbow back to cactus. Untangle the legs if you're an eagle. Come back through center with the thighs. Rock a little side to side. Then rock your knees all the way over towards the right side. Option to cross left thigh over right. Right forearm across the left hip. Look to the left. When you feel complete, untangle your legs, come back towards center, and then bring your feet together. Hold on to them with your hands, or if your feet are far away, hold on to your ankles or your shins. But try to stomp your feet together, the soles of the feet, and then hold on to the heels, pull them towards your pelvis, but press the knees away from you. Feet together and the knees wide. Lift your head up towards your toes. Bring your toes up towards your nose. And then keeping the feet together, knees wide, rest your legs on the ground. Supta Baddha Konasana. You can place blocks beneath your thighs. Take one hand on the belly, one hand on the heart. 3 breaths here. Close your eyes. Inhale. Open mouth, exhale. 2 more. Last deep breath. Exhale, rest. Arms can extend. Feel free to lengthen through your legs.
Let the muscles weigh down the bones. For all that you've done today, and for all that you've done this week, give yourself the time you need to rest and receive. See if there's anything else you could let go of in your body or in your mind. Creating space, clearing away anything you don't need to carry with you into the rest of your day or your weekend or your life. Thank you so much for joining me today. Again, my name is Arielle Leon. I'm so grateful for you and this ability to connect. If you have any questions about what we worked on today or any requests of what to come next, please shoot them my way. Connect. I miss you all. The light in me bows to the divine light within you. Namaste.